Silver and gold, silver and gold, silver, silver and gold. I'd rather have freedom than silver or gold. No fame or fortune, no riches to behold. I'd rather have freedom than silver and gold. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, my family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the dang on mental house. I am your host, Kay. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes I don't know where to start. I was in Whole Foods on yesterday. Y'all know I'm trying to get myself together mentally, physically, emotionally. And it's never too late. Let me just start right there. I don't care where you at in your life. I don't care if you 80, 90, 70, 60, 50. It doesn't matter. 20, 30. No time like the present. You're going to get your stinking thinking correct. And I'm saying this to say, as I was in Whole Foods on yesterday, I ran into pretty conscious person, so-called, I don't know what this conscious means anymore, but somebody that's a pillar in the conscious community that lives in my area. And I was a little taken aback, a little hurt, because this is the second time I've seen someone in the last week maybe that has expressed a little craziness with me. It used to resonate with me a lot longer, but now it's like, poof, wow, really? And then water off the duck's ass. But this one I want to share with the family because, like I share everything else, I got to dump it in the mental house. My friend, acquaintance, happened to stumble over my videos on YouTube. And because of my background and because of what I used to do, like I said, a lot of y'all don't have a clue to what some of us do. And I'm not one that just talks myself up a lot, or what I've done and who I've done, what I've done in the business, what I've done outside. I'm not one. I've never have been one like that. And maybe that's been because of my programming as well. Having to sneak and sing. I was never one to big up myself. But I always knew that I was a very talented person. I mean, I don't, it's not nothing I brag about. It's something that I'm grateful for. Something that I know, and as you all know, it's a gift from God. And those of us who don't take our gifts and use our gifts the way the Creator will want us to, then we are doing ourselves a big service, in my opinion. So I've always done studio work. Once I realized what show business was really about, and that's been over 25 years ago, I didn't pursue that aspect of Hollywood or show business. I pursued studio work, and that's pretty much what I do. And I work with all types of people. I work with white artists, black artists, and, it doesn't really matter. And music is so universal. So I saw this individual in Whole Foods, and they saw some of my videos. And the first thing they said about my videos was that they noticed that and they were bold enough to say that they thought that my videos shy away from what's really the heart of what black people should be talking about, and that I talk about I'm talking about European concepts in terms of people's behavior. And I didn't understand what he meant, so I wanted him to repeat that, and I respect this person a lot. So I asked him to repeat what he meant, because I really I didn't understand that. Well, as y'all know, some of these shows, or some of these vlogs, I talk about narcissism and healing from it, because I think that's also part of my reality, and has also been part of my detriment. So I choose to talk about it on a channel that I created on YouTube. Now, I don't think that white people have a patent on pain or suffering or um, dysfunctional family dynamics. That's something that affects us all. Chinese people, there's people all over the diaspora that I get emails from talking to me about some of this narcissism, and they don't know me, and I don't even dare ask them. Somebody even was on a page from Iceland. I don't know. I've never been to these places. So it leads me to believe that this is a little bit more bigger than just in my backyard. Okay, and I don't want you to try to relegate me to the backyard. There's a whole big world out here. There's a front yard, first of all, and then there's a big street, and then there's a yard across the street, then there's yard in the city, there's yard in the state, there's yard in the universe. But you want to keep me relegated to the back. And to talk about things that you think are relevant to black people. Wow. I think everything I say is relevant to black people. I've also had black people write me on the page telling me that they are glad that I am talking about narcissism and things like that, because this is something that we don't talk about in the black community. And y'all already know the black community does not want to talk about mental illness. We do not want to talk about mental illness, and I'm going to tell you why. You know why? Because we know we crazy. We know we crazy. You cannot have survived the Middle Passage. You could not have survived the brutality of chattel slavery. You could not have survived the wretchedness of Jim Crow. You could not have survived the Civil Rights era and then come through all this shit unscathed. Is you crazy? Well, that's why I contend that the page is the mental house, so we can come in here and dump our mental shit. Not only what the society dumps on us, but as we dump on our families and what's had the dynamics of the dumping that happens inside of our families that cross universal color lines. I can't help it that it does that. Sickness is just what it is. It's sick. And nobody has the monopoly or the patent on sickness. And in fact, you shouldn't want to. I might say that the Caucasian has the blueprint on how to be a master killer. To go all over the diaspora and take all the indigenous people and relegate them to places off to the side, and then they take over, and then all of a sudden whoever they put in power or regime believes what they say. Whoa. Yes, that's a master bullshitter. Absolutely. It's master, on another level, it's master narcissism. And that's what you don't seem to understand, dear brother. That's what I mean. When I talk about narcissism, the whole damn country is narcissist. Again, you cannot steal people. You cannot, first of all, slaughter people in their own country and relegate them to a specific area and then go and steal people and bring them over, have them work for free from sun up to sundown. You cannot do all these things and then 100 years later or 200 years later tell people, act like that doesn't have an effect on the society and tell a person to shut up and get over with it. That is narcissism. So that's why they had to take it out to DSM, because the whole damn country is narcissist. Okay, that's number one. The thing is, how deep does a rabbit hole go? How deep does the narcissism get? Because we're operating off an umbrella of white supremacy and narcissism. That's what it is, and white privilege. Okay, everybody knows that. Even white people know that. So I don't understand what you expect from my channel other than my truth. And what I suggest, which I wasn't able to say to you in Whole Foods, is whatever you think I'm lacking, you pick up the slack. You teach it. You say it. You do your own channel and say what you think is in your heart. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm saying what's in my heart. I'm saying what I observe, and I'm saying what my reality is. And I'm working very hard to change my reality. Right? I can't worry about the whole community's reality. I'm trying to change my reality. So, I know I had to go off a little bit, you guys, and it's probably not what y'all expected from me today, but I had to address um, that comment because, I'm really sick and tired of us as a group of people being not only relegated to glorifying things that are negative and then get angry because the people that have sucked in and absorbed this idiocy about us don't want us around and are thinking of ways to eliminate us because of the false perceptions and images that we projected for silver and gold. And that's what I feel. I feel that the black community, and I don't blame victims, we were sold out to glorify the conditions that was made a reality by a big culture, and then we were trickled with the with the thought of, hey, if you glorify this, I'll give you silver and gold, I'll give you riches, I'll give you what I have. And I can't blame the young men and women that wanted to feed their families, so they bought into a narrative that has really co-signed their death. Because now everywhere we go in the diaspora, people expect us to behave just like those movies, just like the people that we see on the videos. And most of us are so far from that shit that it ain't funny. So before you start condemning me about what I talk about in my videos, I really want you to go out here and start talking to our people like I do about pushing death, glorifying death, promoting death. And then get mad because the police shoot us down. What the? It's psychotic. And that's why I said, yes, we're crazy too. And we all belong in the mental house. And so I am extending you a warm invitation, you and your friends, to come on back. Leave some comments. Because it is a mad world all up and down the streets. It's mad. And I'm certainly not going to try to play into it by trying to big up one madness when I see it as a universal madness. I can't do it. I ain't even with that no more. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it. You go out and make it a wonderful day. If you like what you hear, please stop by again and subscribe to the Mental House. Okay? Thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.